All right, welcome back to White Mountains today. We are here with our first guest today. This is Kate from Lost River Gorge. She is the general manager there. Hey Kate, thanks for being with us today and coming to chat with us.
Thanks for having me over.
Of course, yeah, this is awesome. So Lost River Gorge, I guess I have a confession to make, but I have not been there yet. So I feel like I'm the host without the most. However, it's someplace that I want to go, and I've been told so much about it that I feel like I've been there, like maybe in like some kind of dream state. But can you tell me a little bit about Lost River Gorge and what it's all about?
Sure, yeah. So Lost River Gorge is a natural attraction located here in the White Mountains region. We are on the other side of the Kank, so it's about an hour drive west from here, just 6 miles outside of Lincoln and North Woodstock.
Oh, okay, so you're pretty close there.
Yeah, we're located up in Kinsman Notch, so we are a 1 mile boardwalk trail with about 1,000 stairs. The boardwalk winds its way down into the gorge and then along the river and back up to the main building. We have a series of 11 boulder caves that folks can explore or bypass. So it's a really fun natural attraction, great for families and couples.
Right, and so do you have to do all 3,000 steps, or is there different categories of things that you can do?
So it is a loop. So once you've left that main building and you've descended, you're committed.
Cool.
Yeah. So it takes most folks anywhere from about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Nice.
There's lots of opportunities to stop and read the interpretive signage along the way, rest on a bench. Not all the stairs are consecutive, so you might have a short staircase followed by just flat boardwalk. And then,
right, okay. My next question was going to be about the bench, so
yeah.
that's perfect. There's got to be a place to sit if there's 3,000
plenty
steps.
of spots to rest and enjoy the views, take in the river. And yeah.
How far down does that gorge go?
You descend about 300 feet on a staircase to access the lower part of the gorge where you actually start your walk and then gradually wind your way back up to the main building.
Very cool. Nice. And do you have a favorite portion of the trail? Do you have like a personal favorite?
Kind of the central part of the gorge. Our main focal point is about a 35-foot waterfall called Paradise Falls.
Oh, cool.
So it's a really nice spot. You kind of explore the lower gorge and work your way up to that point. There's quite a few platforms where you can kind of get different views of Paradise Falls and then head towards the upper gorge.
Right, cool. That's awesome. And is it called Lost River because you lose the river when you're hiking it?
Yeah, so the river itself is actually named Lost River, but the river does kind of appear and disappear. There's lots of cracks and crevices. Obviously, we have the boulder caves, lots of boulders and rocks, so it kind of flows in and out. Yeah.
Nice. So speaking of the boulder caves, you were all putting on that event with the lantern guided hikes.
Yeah. Yep. So our daytime general admission ticket is a self-guided tour. So folks purchase their ticket and then they just follow the boardwalk and explore at their own pace. We do in the summertime offer a guided evening lantern tour. So Saturdays in June, and then July and August we actually do Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. So it's a group of about 25 people. You're with a guide. You get lots of cool stories, history, jokes, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. Awesome jokes.
Headlamps. Yeah, it's a whole different experience at night, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, what do you think the biggest, besides obviously being dark, is there a bigger difference between the guided tour and the self-guided tour? I guess you get a lot more information with a guided tour.
Yeah, if you're on the self-guided tour, you have to take the time to actually stop and read the signs along the way.
Right, because there are signs everywhere, so you can read things, right? Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of information about the geology, history, ecology, but with that guide, you get kind of that personal experience.
Right.
It's a fun thing to do.
Cool, nice. And you have a lot of things going on at Lost River Gorge. I was just looking through the little pamphlet and I saw there was some yoga going on. You guys have a giant bird's nest. Not related though, separate things?
Two separate things.
Okay, all right.
So a new event that we're doing this season, we're calling it Motivation Mondays, Yoga in the Woods. So we're working with Margarita at Live a Little Fitness down in Lincoln. She's coming up the second and fourth Mondays of the month at 9 a.m. to do a yoga class out in our treehouse, actually, in our expansion.
Okay. Nice.
And then we did debut at the beginning of the season a new feature. It's a giant bird's nest viewing platform. So just a great opportunity for folks to kind of get elevated above the trees and
Is that
look
the
out.
idea? You can kind of see all around, kind of like a big
Yep, you
bird's
get
nest?
a really nice view kind of looking down the valley, actually towards Waterville Valley. So
Great.
yeah.
That's awesome. You get a nice view. And how do you how do you even begin to build a bird's nest? Just kind of off the...
Yeah, yep. So it's actually 2 platforms, kind of a deck and then a staircase and a smaller platform. And that whole platform is enclosed with all kinds of big sticks. So kind of
Cool.
like a giant, bird of prey, like a peregrine
Right.
falcon or
Oh,
something.
cool.
Yeah.
Trying to imagine the conversation between the construction worker and you guys being like, I'd like a bunch of sticks
Right.
around
Yeah.
like a big bird's nest.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Do you have a favorite part being the general manager of Lost River Gorge? And you've been there for 6 years. So
Yep.
obviously there's a bunch of things that are probably keeping you around, but do you have something that you really hold true to yourself that you really like about the gorge?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic office to work in, just really beautiful views. We're, like I said, located about 6 miles out of town in Kinsman Notch, so we are actually the only attraction up there.
Right.
So great office, and we get lots of great people, great staff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
A really
Beautiful
fun
natural
experience.
setting, yeah.
If I was going to visit Lost River Gorge, how much time should I be putting aside for the day? Is it a whole day? It can be a half day?
Yeah, you can make it as long as you want. Typically, folks spend anywhere from about an hour and a half to 2 hours exploring the gorge and the boulder caves, reading the signage. You certainly can do it faster than that if you're not going to explore the caves. We do have a sheltered picnic pavilion and a deck, so we welcome folks to bring picnics and lunches with them and hang out. So
Nice.
typically a couple hours.
Right, and if you're coming from North Conway, you also get to drive over the Kangamangas Highway,
Yes.
which is awesome because you get kind of 2 experiences in one. You get to
Right.
make that trip over there too as
Yeah,
well.
lots of beautiful stops along the way, short hikes, waterfalls, stuff like that.
Nice. And is the gorge? Are you guys open 7 days a week right now?
We are
or-
open 7 days a week through Sunday, October 21st. So,
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much for chatting with me today. I really appreciate it. We'll be right back on White Mountains Today.